Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm doing almost a full face of new makeup. So I have the Pixi and Hello Kitty collection here. I also have the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation that I'm going to try out here. There's a new mascara. I have a new mascara from Hard Candy I want to try. It's supposed to be like the Thrive Cosmetics, a tubing mascara. I've never tried a tubing mascara, so I have a tubing mascara to try here. There's also this eyeliner. I don't know if I'm going to try it today though or not. I have the Hard Candy Beauty Marker. It says it applies in 2 simple steps. It has a stamp for the wing, and then it has the other side. It has it looks like maybe a felt tip to finish off your look. And I'm very bad at winged eyeliner, and I thought this might help me be better at winged eyeliner, but I don't know if I'm going to do winged eyeliner today. I'm not really in the mood for it today. First off, we're going to go into the primer portion of the video, which let me zoom you in a little bit more so you could be a little bit closer. So hello. Now that you're zoomed in a little bit more, we're going to start off the primer portion of the video, which I'm going to use the new e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. This is just the cream putty primer here. That's what I'm using today. It is brand new. I've used it one time already and I really liked it. It felt a little bit creamier than the normal putty primer. I am gonna go on like my chin and along my jawline with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Acne Fighting Putty Primer, just because when I get breakouts it is along my chin and my jawline. So I do have that one. It's a green one. So I'm gonna go in first with the Cookies and Dreams one, and then we'll go in with the green one from Acne Fighting. So I've never used a powder foundation before, so this is going to be interesting to see how it does. And from everybody I've been seeing that's used this powder foundation, they were saying they're not used too of a moisturizing base because it can mess with the foundation or something. So I'm trying not to. I'm just going to go in with the putty primer. I assume the putty primers should work good with the base, but and it does have this Cookies and Dreams. It doesn't smell like cookies and cream like you would think. It smells slightly sweet, kind of like just the cream. I'm going to go in with the green one just to put along my jawline and my chin. Now that I've used those, I am going to take a little bit. I have my e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is just a mini of the Holy Hydration Eye Cream. And I'm going to put a little bit of that under my eye, where my concealer is going to be. Just want to make sure that part is hydrated. My concealer just looks the best when I have a more hydrated under eye. Normally, I'll top my foundation, my primers off with my Glossier Future Dew, because it's a no fail for me primer. All foundations usually look so good on top of it, but I'm going to do the exception this time, mainly because everybody's been talking about how if you have too much of a moisturizing base, this e.l.f. that the e.l.f. powder foundation doesn't look good. So I'm not going to do it this time. I am going to go in now with my my concealer, my e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer, just under my eyes before we go in and do any powder foundation. Make sure I get the creams out of the way. Just going to take my Shop Miss A sponge here. Now that I've done my concealer, I went ahead and set my under eyes too with my of Cosmetics under eye setting powder in the shade Sheer. It's almost gone. Like, this is almost empty. I'm going to grab a brush. I want to use this one. Should I use this one? This one. Just a duo fiber. Okay. Well, so I was looking for my Sigma foundation brush and I couldn't find it. I don't know what I did with it. But let's go into the e.l.f. powder. Camo powder foundation. I did get mine in the same shade that I wear in the e.l.f. Camo CC cream, which is Fair 150C. It looks like this. It looks like it's about the same type of shade as that one. And if you look underneath it, there is like a little sponge here where you can apply it. I'm not going to use a sponge though. I'm going to use a brush to apply it because I feel like a brush might do a little bit better than a sponge. And I'm going to use, this is my Pure X Barbie. This was supposed to be a foundation brush, I believe. It's a kabuki and it has like a Barbie. Has like Barbie imprinted on it. But it's a pretty large foundation brush, so I'm gonna use this to try to apply it to my skin today. I've never used the powder foundation. Y'all had to let me know. I thought I would use a brush because I thought a brush would apply it better. So it's definitely not like covering up my redness like I was hoping it would. Maybe you won't be able to tell once I have all my other products on. But so far, I don't think it looks bad, but I think what I'm gonna do is I don't like that you can clearly see the mark from where my foundation is, where I put my concealer. So here is what the foundation, it definitely didn't cover up like all my redness that I have on my cheeks. I think it did do a good job of just evening out my complexion. I am going to go ahead because I do think it looks slightly powdery on the skin. I'm going to go ahead and this is what I do to melt my powders into my face. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Hydrating Coconut Mist. It says it hydrates skin and refreshes makeup with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. And I usually use this when my face is looking dry and it needs some hydration. So and now I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll go in with the rest of the face. I do not have a new bronzer for you today, so there won't be no new bronzer. I do think it looks better after I sprayed my face with the setting spray. It's not as powdery looking. It melted into my skin a little bit better after spraying. So far I think I like it so far. I'm going to have to keep using it, of course, to see if it's something that I love. It might be something that I just end up using. I see a lot of people do that they just end up using it as like when they want a little extra coverage, they go in with a powder foundation to set their face. When they need a little extra coverage with like a BB or a CC cream. So that might be what I end up doing with this. But so far, I don't think it looks bad. This is probably a good one for like a quick, when you need to do your makeup quick and you just need to get out the door. This would be a good one to do because it literally blends out in like seconds on your skin. So I think I'm just going to go in with my Too Faced. This is the Hot Cocoa bronzer. I'm just going to go in and bronze my face with that today. I like that it's just like a light bronzer. You can use a lot of it and it's still like a pretty light bronzer. It doesn't get too dark on you. Okay, now that I have my light bronze going on, I'm going to go into this. This is the first Pixi and Hello Kitty. This is the Hello Glowy powder. It's a radiance powder. It says it's supposed to be it's called the Friendly Blush. So I'm going to use it as a blush today. I might top it off with a blush out of the palette too. We'll see. It depends on how pigmented this one turns out to be. But here is what it looks like. It looks freaking stunning. How cute is that? So cute. I hate to use it because I feel like the second I use it, that embossing is going to be gone. But at the same time, it makes me feel so happy to use it. Makes me feel a little happy to use it. I'm going to use this as a blush. Looks like it's going to be like a glowy blush. I'll probably top it off with maybe a brighter pink out of the palette, but we'll see. We shall see. I'm sure I could probably build it up even more, but since I'm planning on trying to use some of the other palette, I'm going to keep it just at a minimal for now. Okay, I'm going to go do my brows, and then I'm going to prime my eyes with my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer in the shade White, and then we'll be back to do an eye look with the eyeshadow palette, and then we'll finish off with the face palette here. Okay, did my brows, and I primed my eyes with my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. Let's break into the palette, which the packaging looks like this. Sorry about the noise. There's people walking around upstairs that live in the apartment above me. But here is what the packaging looks like. How cute is that? I couldn't resist. I love Hello Kitty. I liked it when I was younger too. Only thing that I hate is this is kind of an all shimmer palette. So we're going to try to create a look with the all shimmer palette today. I think I'm going to do some swatches for you here real quick, and then we'll go into the eye, eye look for you. So keep in mind that I'm not the best swatcher in the world, but here is the palette. So the white shade is a matte, which I didn't realize, and then this shade here also is a matte. The rest of them seem to be shimmers. Some of them seem to be more like eye topper type shimmers, like this one and this one and this one, or this one and this one and that one. They all seem to be like eye toppers. So let me wipe off my swatches. I think I'm gonna go with my Refer. This is my number 15 brush. And we're going to use this to put something in the crease. I think I'm going to go in with this pink shade here. This pink shade right here, and try to put that in the crease to see if it'll work as a like transition shade. I don't know. I don't use too many shimmers in the crease, so this is a new one for me today. I never used. You have to let me know if you've ever used Pixi eyeshadows. This is my first time using their eyeshadows. It works better if you tap your brush off before going in with it. It's not as pigmented, but I've been feeling this is not going to be one of my favorite looks that I do. This pink did turn out to be pretty pigmented though. Sorry if I was out of frame there. This pink turned out to be pretty pigmented, I have to say. I think I might go in my, more directly in my crease with this shade just to define my crease a little bit more. Then we're going to go in the outer corner with the darkest matte shade that is in the palette. I just feel like I need a little bit something else in the crease before we go into that matte shade, so. Hope I'm still in focus here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I've been out of focus to some in my videos. It's hard to see with no glasses on. I really can't see in the viewfinder. Everything looks blurry to me, so I cannot see whether it's in focus or not until I go to edit my videos. And believe me, when it's not in focus, it drives me just as nuts as it does you. So I'm going to go back in a little bit to the pink and just add it just a little bit above the crease. Just because I don't want to lose that little bit of pink that was there. I wanted to still have that pink essence. Now I'm going into my reference number 13. And I'm going to go into the matte shade now. Which is this shade right here. I'm going to go into that shade. That is the matte. There's only two mattes. One's white and then there's this one, which is kind of like, I guess, a purple. A deep purple. I'm going to go back a little bit into the previous shade. Just to stick at my crease to re-emphasize. And a little bit more blending. And then a little bit back into the pink shade. Let's go on the lower lash line now. Using my reference number 2 brush, which is the shader. I'm going to go in with the deepest matte shade. And line my lower lash line and then blend it out with something else. Now going in with my Sigma shader brush. Which is just a bigger one than I was using. It's more fluffy. Great for blending out under your lower lash line. I'm going to go in first with the one shade I used in my crease. This is definitely a palette you use if you want more of a smoky eye look, I think. I'm going into the pink shade. There's definitely sparkles on my face from using the shimmers on my crease. I'm gonna go in now with my glitter glue, and then we're gonna do our I think I'm just gonna use the ones that I use in my crease. I'm gonna go in first with this one, and then I'm gonna put this one more towards like the outer corner. I'm gonna go into the other shade and just stick it on the outer portion of my lid. That just makes it blend beautifully. I like it. I'm going to do it on my other eye, and then we're going to use one of these shades as a topper shade. Just to add a little extra sparkle, even though there's a lot of sparkle in that pink shade that I use. Okay, for the topper shade, I'm just going to go in with my finger and do it. And I'm going to go into, I think, this shade right here and do that all over my lid. Just lightly. Oh, it's not a topper shade. No. Oh no. Let me just go ahead and, because I already stuck it there. gonna go in. I'll show you the shade when I'm done. So that one went on more pigmented than I was expecting it to. So I ended up topping that one off with this one here in the middle also. So now we're gonna go in with our inner corner. First, I'm gonna go in with the matte white shade that's here and stick it in my inner corner, just to get like some brightness going on there. Don't worry, I'm topping it off with something else. I don't usually like matte inner corner highlights. It's just not my thing. It doesn't look bad as a brow bone highlight, but I'm gonna go into that topper shade again. This one here in the middle, and I'm just gonna stick that over top of the matte white shade. Just wanted to make sure that it had like a super white base in case this wasn't that bright of a shade. That's why I went in with the white first. And if I didn't mention before, I used my Sigma, this is the Cinderella pencil brush that I have in my collection. I do have sparkles on my face, so if you get this palette, expect a lot of fallouts because they are like super glittery type of shades. So next we're going into, this is the Pixi Hello Kitty Chrome Glow palette. It just says it's a multi-use palette, so I'm assuming you can use it as blush, highlighter, and all that jazz. One shade, it was like the last one they had in the store, and one of the shades did come up broken. So these two shades came a little bit broken. I tried to press them back in as much as I could, but here's what it looks like. How cute is this color story? I think it would make great blush. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit more blush. Just because I can do whatever I want. And I think I'm going to go into the shade that's in the middle here and put that as some blush. Some more blush. It's Hello Kitty. We got to have some pink blush. So I'm going to add a little bit more blush because I can. It's my channel and I do whatever I want. And if I want to look crazy blushed, I can if I want to. And I'm going to use one of these shades in here as a highlighter too. So I don't care if these are glowy blushes. Apparently I talk too much. Okay. Now with my fan brush now. I think I'm going to use this shade right here as a highlighter today. I'm going to go in with that. Oh yes. I'm glowing. This is the glowiest you'll probably ever see me. This has turned out to be a pretty cool toned look. I'm finished with that for now. I like how it turned out. The highlighters in that palette is really pretty. Pixi has really pretty highlighters and nobody really talks much about it. Just gonna go on my waterline with my Sephora. It's like a pink waterline eyeliner. I'm gonna curl my lashes and we're gonna test out this mascara. I heard that these 2B mascaras just add length and not volume, so we'll see. We'll see how it does. So here is what it looks like. It's called Dare to Extend. Here is the wand. I don't know if that's a pretty standard wand or not for mascara. For tubing mascara, you know. I've never used a tubing mascara before, so I don't know. Seems to be a pretty wet formula. To my other eye. Probably gonna have to wipe off some smudge marks from my left eye. So my left eye is my eye that likes to water the most. I do like this wand. I feel like the wand makes it easier to really get up in there at your lashes. if you like a wetter formula, you're gonna like this, but I'm probably gonna like this better in a couple weeks when it dries out more. I don't feel like it's anything too special. I'm gonna probably keep trying this out. I might try it more in a couple weeks when it's had a chance to dry out, because it is a thinner formula. I like my mascaras to be a little bit thicker formula, because otherwise I get it all over the place. I'm not very good with it otherwise. So let's see. For my lips, since it's such a cool tone look, I'm gonna go just into my NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the shade Marshmallow. It is a purple. It's like a cool tone purple. I don't know if it exactly goes, but we're gonna go with it. It does not go. Maybe if I put glasses on, huh? I'm done with my eye look. I could totally put glasses on now. You know what? I think I will put this one on. I haven't used this yet, and it's new. It is new. Let me just take off my gloss. So this is the Milani. This is in the shade Peony. I believe this is a matte liquid lipstick. This is from the Milani, the newest collection that they had of their lipsticks. I forgot what it's called. But this is the lightest shade. Looks like this. I'm going to go with it today. I do think that looks better than the last lipstick. So we're going to stick with that. Take my glasses off so you can see my completed look now that I'm all done. So here we are, my completed look. What do y'all think? I do like the look I created, but I feel like with the Pixi palette, I would probably use it as like a companion palette next time. I would go in with another palette that has like some mattes in it, and then maybe go over it with this one. I don't know. It's not my most favorite palette. I wasn't expecting it until I already bought it. I wasn't expecting it to be mostly shimmers, so that kind of surprised me. But overall, I do like the look I got out of it. I think it looks really pretty. I love the glowy blush. This looks really, really pretty. It's not too glowy, I don't think. It looks just a nice, healthy glow to your cheeks. And I did like this palette. You know, I got a pretty blinding highlight out of it. And I liked topping the other blush with this one blush in the palette. I thought it looked really pretty on my cheeks. So I am excited to keep using this one to see if I keep liking it. But like some of these shades I could probably use as eye toppers too, or maybe like a one and done eyeshadow type of look. But overall, I do like the Pixi Hello Kitty collection. It is my first experience with Pixi shadows, so yeah, I like it. The e.l.f. the Cookies and Dreams Just the Cream Putty Primer. I like this. I feel like it is a little bit more creamier and a little bit more moisturizing to the skin than the original putty primer, which I still have and I need to work through. But I really liked it, and I've been using this acne fighting one, and I like it. It seems to work just as good as the other putty primers in my collection. Okay, what else did I use? Oh, that mascara. I told you my thoughts on the mascara. I feel like it's a little too wet. It didn't get like real clumpy. It is like really, really black. I do like that it's really, really black, but I feel like it's a little too wet. Maybe in a couple weeks when the formula dries out a little bit, I'm gonna like it a little bit better. Oh, let me zoom you all out a little bit more. And, oh, the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. I kind of gave you my thoughts in the beginning on it. It does look really good on my skin. Not gonna lie. Now that my full face is done, I don't think it's full coverage, but I don't think it looks too bad on my skin. Usually a little bit here on my chin, looking a little bit powdery, but the rest of my face, once I put on my complete rest of my face, it looks really good. I like it. I would probably only use this by itself though. If I was going somewhere and I didn't have a lot of time to do my makeup, this would be like a quick foundation to do, because it totally took like 2 seconds to put it on and it was already done, blended out, and ready to go. And I liked using a brush to apply it. I think that using a brush to apply it worked really good. I might try out the sponge next time just to see how the sponge applies it, but I'm just more, when it comes with powders, I feel like a brush does best to me. But I'm not mad at it. My face looks good. I don't think, for having dry skin, people were saying that it looked really dry on their skin. If you had dry skin, that it wasn't looking good. Of course, some people were saying not to wear it with a moisturizing primer. So I did just use the putty primer, and maybe it just works really good with the putty primer. But I think it looks good on my face. It didn't give me full coverage. I still have redness on my cheeks poking through, but by the time you put on bronzer, blush, highlight, and all that, you can't even tell, I don't think. But anyways, that's my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this almost full face of new makeup, new to me. It might have been out for a little bit, but it was new to me. I have had some of these things for a little bit waiting to use them. But yeah, I really did. I was gonna use my, let me mention this real quick. I was gonna use my Lacura. This is the Intense palette that I got at Aldi's. Which looks like this. And I was going to use that palette today on my eyes instead of the Pixi one. But I decided to use the Pixi because I wanted to use the Pixi collection on my face. I have used this off of camera though. And this is a really good palette. Very pigmented. Blends very good. The shimmers are really gorgeous. They're really shimmery. I would say it's comparable to Urban Decay. So if you do see these in your Aldi's, I would recommend the Lacura brand. I keep looking, keeping my eyes peeled every week to see if they add anything more to their makeup collection. But so far they haven't. I'm even looking because I heard that they did some dupes for Glow Recipes skincare. But I think it's like over in the UK. So I'm hoping that that comes here too, because I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Anyways, I thought I would just give you a little tiny review so you could get an update of the Lacura palette, the Intense one, since I did do one on the Nectar palette and comparing it to the Honey palette from Urban Decay. I do think it's very comparable to Urban Decay's formula. It's very pigmented, blends out easily. The shimmers are there. But keep in mind that with shimmers, I always use glitter glue because I just don't want all that shimmery mess all over my face. Except for today, it is everywhere. I look like a little bit like Tinkerbell because I do have little shimmers all over my face. But I really like how my look turned out. The pinky, purpley, smoky eye kind of look. It looks pretty good. Anyways, now that I've given you that little review, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my channel. And next to the subscribe button is the bell. You can ring that to be notified on my all my future uploads. And I hope you guys are having a great day, night, weekend, or whenever it is you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.